page 223, 224. It's a reason and write, so you're going to study this example, and then it's going to give you a new problem, and you have to make sure that your work looks like this possible answer. So if we want it to look like the possible answer, what we need to do is read through and underline two important parts to ourselves. So it says she drew a map of the neighborhood park, she's got the sidewalks, she's got showing what's parallel, what's not parallel, okay? And then they're forming all these different angles, and to figure out, describe how the lines are related. Name one pair of angles, okay? So we're talking about all these different angles that we just learned about. Alternate interior, vertical, supplementary, complementary. We're going to be using that in our example. You can say that the lines are parallel, right? I'm going to circle this because you always want to say that if you're going to talk about it. It says line P is a transversal. We could say that too, right? And it's saying these are vertical, these are corresponding, these are alternate, these are a linear pair, okay, because they're adjacent. I'm going to at least make sure I have these four. Linear pair, not so much, but I need to have all four of those, okay? It says, did you answer each part? Did you use a diagram? So we'll have to make sure we have a diagram. Did you use words to explain? Did you use angle relationships? So we have to make sure we do all of that. And it says it again, so we'll check off as we do it. Vaughn makes a design with 4 lines. 2 of them are parallel. He says his design shows vertical angles. Okay, so I already know I'm going to have vertical angles somewhere in what I'm doing. So I know that I'm going to have a transversal as well, because that's what they had. So I already know I have to have a straight line. Okay, label A, B, C, D. Okay, so it looks like A, B, C they wanted, and then D was the transversal, so A, B, C. Pretend these are parallel, and this is D. Okay, so I'm already going to say that lines A, B, and C are parallel. Line D is a transversal. So you see, I'm taking my example that said that, and I'm making sure I'm writing the same idea, right? These are parallel, this is transversal. That intersects the parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay, that was one. That was me giving using a diagram. Still need to use some words and angle relationships. Okay. Second part, on here it says start naming the different kinds of angles. So I've got to have my lines form and put my numbers in here. So that means I have to go like around in a corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, it's starting to go wild. 9, 10, 11, 12. So here's my numbers, and now I have to do my relationships. I already see that these are vertical, so I'm going to start with that. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical. Okay, what else did they say? Angles because they are non-adjacent. Angles because they are non-adjacent. So they will be equal. Okay, after they did vertical, they found which ones were corresponding. Corresponding, if you remember, means if you jump from one to the other, it works. So I see that for 2 and 6. All right, so angles 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles because, let's see what they say. Why are theirs corresponding? Because they have 1 and 5. So, and I did 2 and 6, so same idea. Because they are in the same position. Because they are in the same position. So they are equal. All right, I need to have I did corresponding alternate interior. So alternating but interior. I'm going to do my 6. Let's do 2 and 8. They're so close to each other. Angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior because they are across from each other inside 2 parallel lines. If you can't tell, alternate interior is my favorite. I feel like it's the easiest to see for my brain. 2 parallel lines. Okay, the very last one, remember I said we were going to do 4. The last one that they say is the linear pair. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, linear pair because they're supplementary. Got it. We need to do our supplementary. Supplementary, if you look again, angle 1 and 2, that's these two. They're right next to each other. So I can use 3 and 4. Angles 3 and angle 4 are supplementary because they create a straight line. Running out of room, we're so thorough. A straight line adding up to 180. Okay? Did you answer each part? Yes. Did you use words to explain? A lot. Did you use the angle relationships to explain? Yes. We have their parallel, we have their transversals, we have vertical angles, we have corresponding angles, we have alternate interior angles, and we have supplementary. Okay, and so that is going to be everything that you want to include on page 224.